All right. Good evening. So, guys, how are you guys doing? Today is the occasion of Bhai Dooj. I'm sure people are in festive season, but many people are also struggling with a lot of fear of COVID, fear of struggle of in career, fear of relationship. I don't know what not fear. In fact, talking about fear itself is a fear, and we coming out speaking to you to speak about our own fears which we have overcome, and I hope we'll add some value to in your life by sharing our own set of fears. How did we overcome? And let me quickly introduce a few of my friends who have come here with us to share their own story so that we can inspire at least one person who people who are hearing us. So, hey, hi Revathy, hi Charanjit. How are you guys doing?
Great, Kiran.
Hi, Kiran.
Doing
Good
good.
evening. Doing great.
Thank you so much, guys, for really coming here to speak with us. So, guys, as the topic is pretty simple, overcoming fear. So, Revati, why don't you share your set of fear which you had, maybe in your childhood or in your corporate career, anytime, which you have overcome and which you want the audience to know, and then they can really learn from your life story as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think as a child, everyone would be having many kinds of fears, right? Like, similarly, I can just share one of my own personal story that which it happened like 5 years back, if I remember. So it's like a some kind of major health issue that I had, which was a severe backache actually, and I was almost bedridden like 3 months continuously, like where I was not able to walk at all or either stand. Okay, so then I lost the hope completely because anywhere that I have visited n number of hospitals, the only solution was surgery. But then I was really not looking for this kind of solution given my age was too young, right? So somehow through one of my aunt, I got to know like there is other way of recovering from it. So I thought, why not I just give a try? So that was only a last hope or a faith that I had. So there was no logic, anything that I looked into. Though I was a very logical person usually. So I just gave it a try and I was immediately fine. Like I was able to breathe. I can tell that I got my life back after 3 4 months. It was so painful. So then, even after that, for 1 year, I was keeping in my mind, no, I have a severe back issue, so I shouldn't take the stair. I shouldn't walk for a kilometer. I shouldn't do this. I'm very sensitive, like that. Meaning, I used to restrict myself for each and every single thing to do anything, to go out. I mean, I missed my life totally, I can say, thinking myself that I'm physically not capable, right? So then one day I was so fed up that I thought, no, I need to come out of this. First of all, I need to come out of this and I want myself back, like what I was. So I took a stand that day, like, why should I go in the lift? I'll just try it out. So what is wrong in taking the stairs? So I took the stairs for first floor, I was fine. Then I took second floor. So that way, 4 floors I was able to take almost after an year. So that's where I realized that so it's not actually the physical problem or the barrier that I had. It was just the state of mind, or I myself I was thinking that okay, this is something that stopping me. It's a mental barrier that I had made. So it's nothing but a kind of fear that I made, and I was believing it for 1 year. So then that day I realized, okay, so the key takeaway that what I am trying to tell here is, see, definitely everyone will have their own fear. Okay, this was one biggest fear in my life, but today I am happily doing everything. I take care of all the things, right? So the main takeaway, like I wanted to tell here is, first of all, you need to have a hope and also try believing the things. And if you're fear of doing something, just think that you want to do it and do the same. Only then you will overcome that fear. So that is the key takeaway that I have learned, and I've been trying to apply in most of the aspects in my life. It's not that everything I have overcome, but this is just one instance of my life I wanted to share.
Amazing, Revathi. It is really inspirational because even Napoleon Hill told fears are nothing more than a state of mind, and your life exactly proves that, and you overcome that, and it's really inspirational. Thank you so much, Revathi. So we'll quickly go to Charanjit. So Charanjit, you also have had your own set of fear. I'm sure about it, and it's a different kind of fear what Revathi had. So why don't you share your own fear and how did you overcome?
Sure, Kiran. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. First of all, hello everyone. Good evening. This is Charanjit Singh. I'm basically from Punjab, but working in Pune as a software tester in product-based company. So, as Kiran mentioned, and Revathy also had mentioned her fear that she overcome. I had also my set of fears. It was a time when I was in my eighth standard, and since I belong to Punjab, and my schooling happened in a Punjabi medium, so I had no touch with English medium at all. And but I was doing great in my schooling. Somehow, someone told my parents that if you really want to have a good career for your child, then he should opt for a English medium so that he can do a high study in a better way. And that time I was not ready to accept that challenge, I would say, because I was scared. I had a fear that how would I do a better in that. I was already doing great, and I didn't want to lose that momentum. I had a fear that uh, if I would jump in that, then how would I able to meet the challenges, and how would I able to practice it, everything, the subjects wise. But that time I succeeded to escape that fear for some years, till the moment I landed in my 11th standard, where I opted for the commerce stream, and I had to learn the subjects in English. So again that thing came, and I was thinking, damn man, अभी क्या करूँ, अभी तो ठीक है, पहले निकल गया 10th तक, now what should I do now? So then I made up my mind that, see, I had to take some actions. If I have some fears, accept it and take some actions, because I have also read in some books that if the first action that you can take to overcome is to take a steps and become confident. So how will you acquire confidence? Unless you take action, you will not get the confidence. So what I did, I think commerce people can more can connect with this thing, because there are subjects like accounting and statistics where the theory portion is less and practical is more. So what I did, I knew I couldn't go immediately for English medium. So what I did, so I opted those subjects in English, and the rest of the subjects where the theory portion is more, I took as it is in Punjabi for till my 12th standard. So so in those 2 years, I was able to gain some confidence. Okay, I could do good in English as well. And the moment I started my graduation, I had that confidence. Okay, if I could do better in those subjects, I could do better in these subjects as well by taking those subjects in English. So eventually, I passed my graduation with a good grades, and I did all my study in English. And after that, I didn't look back. So that was the one fear that I overcome. There are so many other fears that I also had overcome. And a few months back, I come across one of the association and book club where they teach such principles in a very systematic way. I was thinking that, and these things were reflash for me, which I was able to overcome. I would say I was blessed enough, I was fortunate enough that I was able to do it by myself. But there are so many people around the world who have they are having their own set of fear, but they are not getting any association, and they are not getting any helping hand. So there, these associations really play an important role, I would say. And I'm really learning so many things, and I think I will do better more in my rest of the career and in life. Thank you, Kiran. That was all my learning, and my own experience that I would like to share. I I think most of the people will able to connect, and it will really add value to people who are listening to us. Thank you, Kiran.
Thank you so much, Charanjit. In fact, your set of fear most people will have who come from a Hindi medium or local medium or from regional languages. And English language is something so difficult for everyone. And your story will definitely inspire all of those people. In fact, I personally had a lot of fears in my life. In the initial stages, when I was very young, my fear was that I wanted to become a professional cricketer. How will I become a cricketer? My fear was that I have to become successful in society. I have to make my parents proud. How will I do that? And then the fear was that how will I clear JE? How will I after JE, when I was in college, how will I make sure ki how will I successfully pass and become successful there? How will I again become successful in my career after graduating from my college? Then I had fear ki how will I deal with people, because in corporate is all about people. Now if you don't know how to communicate ideas, if you don't know how to deal with people, then again there'll be struggle. So my a lot of fears. And at that time, fortunately, when I met with my coach, Vijay clearly told me, Kiran, if you really want to overcome all of this fear, the biggest skill which you can incur in your life and overcome is through learning communication and negotiation skills. And how would you do that? Again, when I asked this question, he told simple: learn how to do sales and marketing. It will not only help you to improve your personality overall, but also it will give you confidence, and also it will improve your communication. And the moment sales and marketing word have happened, I was like, "Kya hai Vijay? कुछ भी बोल देते, ये क्यों बोला?" I was like, my legs were trembling. How will I even become a good sales and marketing guy? And I'm a typical technical guy. I love to talk with computers. I love to talk with people which who speak less. And but how will I do all this thing? And the more I was delaying, the more fear, the fear was becoming like terror. It was becoming more big. And then Vijay told, see, the more you delay, the more it will spoil your mind. So why don't you take action? And how did I take action? I didn't know how to start. So I took some license of some company. I wanted to sell some products of that company. And what I did, I went to a lot of social media platforms, got a lot of numbers, went to Google and typed how to get numbers for hospitals, restaurants, and all those hotels and all those stuff. And I got set of numbers and started calling. And the moment I started calling, again that fear was there. How will I speak to those people? And I took up one call, it was fearful. I took second call, it was less fearful. And then I put 20, 30 calls. The calls become was very easy. And while I was doing call, my confidence level slowly grew. And then I started getting appointments. And after getting appointments, people used to tell, no, Kiran, I'm not interested. Then the fear of rejection came into the picture. That also was very painful, because to get rejected out of something when you're excelled in your childhood and in your professional life, where people are rejecting you, that is not so good thing to hear. And still a lot of fear came. Then after 5 to 6 appointments happened, there I started meeting founders of multiple restaurant chain. I met founder of hotels, I met founder of hospitals. And dhire my confidence level and negotiation skill got increased. And you won't believe the priceless output of it. The moment those things happen in my life, indirectly, directly, it helped in my career to grow, because my confidence level was very high. I was more clear in my life what to choose, and I could really choose, take a better decision in my life, and overcome a lot of other fears which came into my life later. I learned how to deal with people. I had to learn how to lead a team as well. And those were the set of another struggles which were there in my life. But the one of the biggest struggle was to overcoming confidence and communication skill, which helped me to learn the skills of sales and marketing, and which helped me to overcome the fear. So I hope my story also added some value to all of you, because the main agenda to come in front of you is to first kill our own fear, so that we can share our fear publicly and don't care about it, and then maybe inspire at least one of you who are listening to us, maybe offline or live, and get a validation of it. So this is what I wanted to share. This is what Charanjit and Revathy wanted to share with all of you, and hope we added some value. We'll keep coming with interesting topic, interesting content to you, where something will happen good and we all will grow together. Thank you so much, friends, and hope you'll have a wonderful night. Good night.